Some tense moments on the city's west side. An armored car robbery attempt in broad daylight. One person is killed, another wounded.
Well, a teenager is dead. 2 others are in the hospital after being shot early this morning on the city's west side.
2 community gardens, including this one in West Garfield Park, run by the Taylor family. Police say the murder may have been gang or drug related.
On the west side, the goal was to clear garden plots of weeds so community members can grow their own fruits and vegetables.
That's in the West Garfield neighborhood.
It's a real temptation to say, here we go again, but that is indeed exactly the case today. Another youngster shot down on the streets of Chicago.
In case you're just seeing just the bad portions of someone that was shot or someone that died or something on those lines, but these are the real stories about what's happening in the West Garfield Park community.
When I first moved in the house, I did not pay that garden the attention that it's paid today. But because of what the garden has done for me personally, yeah, I want to give it a lot of attention. I want to show it a lot of love, because that's what it's given to me. If you all want to step into the garden, I'll give you a little show around and let you see what's going on. Now, these big pretty bushes over here is called ornamental onion plant. I've considered it to be some cohesiveness in the community. We have a core group of about 7 members, and our members just don't come from our block. This is a community garden. Our community is the city of Chicago. So pretty much, because my block is mainly seniors 70 and up, not a lot of labor coming out of them to do the kind of work that's warranted. So we open it up to anybody in the city of Chicago that wants some space to garden to come in and work with us.
She'll love and care, not only for her family. Angie loved other people. She loved doing things for other people. She loved helping people. It's so much that I could say about Angela. She's just a great person.
It's a surprise to the neighborhood and a surprise to the block. As you say, coming down, seeing the houses, then you bust out and see something lovely and beautiful as this garden in the middle of nowhere, practically. Let the people in the neighborhood know somebody do care, even though it's a lot of dilapidated and abandoned houses around.
We get a lot of traffic through the neighborhood on the part that it's a city. It's the transportation of the garbage. Incinerator is all, and this is an industrial area across the track. Where the drug dealers hide their drugs, and it build up a lot of debris. And if you can see in the back, they dump a lot of debris. Like right now, it's a lot of pile of tires and garbage and debris that people fly by night and dump stuff. We've been working with the alderman, and we're trying to either get the landlord who owned the property, or either we're trying to get the city to tie it down. The city came and tore the garage down because they was dumping stuff in the garage, but since they tore the garage down, it's just the same, nothing changed. It's not safe, and we got homeless people living here. It's a place where they can grab a young lady and take down, and rape could be happening. Just waiting on something to happen real serious.
What you gonna do with me?
How you doing?
What you gonna do if I take
What you
my
got
dog?
for me? Happy Mother's Day. Thank you very much. Watch the sunrise, say your goodbyes.
I think they can live with that. You think so?
A little help. Some conversation. I don't don't know what Look what my baby is.
Well, I'm really surprised because she was born and raised right here in Chicago. Sam came from the South. But to just all of a sudden to develop this passion for gardening is really something. I can't handle it. It's too much for me.
The ability to garden is an inheritance that I got from my father and my grandmother. And for me being the youngest girl, I was outside with Dad. That was my job, go out there with Dad. And that's what Dad did, garden. So, yeah, principally that's where the seed was planted, out there with him in the garden. And the day my father died, all I wanted to do was come home and walk on the garden beds. And that's what I did. I came home from my father's house and I went as though it was a therapy garden, and I walked up and down those garden beds and I cried until I felt better. I could let go. At that point, it now became like a driven mission. This is the hope of my father remaining alive. You know, I got to make this garden happen every year. Davey, that's a good place for her.
She's been my inspiration, and I don't know if you can tell, but I am a mama's boy. You know, I love my mom. You know, a lot of my ways I get from my mom.
I love y'all.
Right.
Thank y'all. Oh, that is so beautiful. Look at that.
You know, at one point in time, her voicemail said, "You reach me, tell me what you want me to do for you, and I'll do it when I can do it for you." That was her voicemail, honestly, and that's my mom. She has a very big heart.
There's a lot of empty lots and some rundown places, so they see something like this and they're like, it's nice, you know. There's also a rock garden over there in that empty lot that this woman, Mrs. Banks, does. So anytime they see something being fixed up, people notice. Over on the corner, you'll see people selling or standing around the corner, and then cars drive up from out in the suburbs. I'd say the suburbs, but you know, it's predominantly black community, so these white people drive up, and obviously they're not here to garden, you know, so they go and they buy drugs, and then if Sam or Angie sees them, sometimes they'll go up to them and say, hey, you know, you can't do that here. It's just, I don't know, it's not good, but it's a poor community, and what opportunity do people have, you know, especially the young, because it's always young people selling, you know.
That's pretty. When did we have that last year?
Yeah, I cut it back. I have to cut it back twice a year.
It looks familiar.
Well, every time I call and you say connect me, nobody never answer the phone. All I need somebody to come and get these drug dealers off the corner. It's like a drive-by. They just pull right up and they deliver it to them. They got them in their pockets.
The mayor-elect is about to visit the Fulton Street Garden. I just can't wait till he get here. Okay.
We got action.
Sam, come on, let's step out. We got asparagus growing, but I got a shovel for you. Okay?
right in this space, you're going to do the all-year...
The greenhouse, yeah. We actually got a fellowship grant from Craft Foods.
Wonderful.
Yeah. We were looking for a space for the community gardens to be able to start their own seedlings. The Park District didn't want us anymore. So we were looking for some place, pretty much me begging everybody. They started to erect a greenhouse at Pulaski and Lake, but I ran into a dead end and somebody called, said, you really want the greenhouse? Give me a proposal, and by March 4th, I'll let you know if you got it, and we got it.
Craft food came through for us.
That's big.
And at the end, we're gonna put some zucchini.
Some zucchini.
No, we need to taste.
Got it? Watch this, Mr. Taylor.
Breaking it up. Good job. To actually have an elected official of the city actually here. No, I never imagined that would actually be. And I feel just, well, y'all see what's going on. This is just great. An opportunity and a privilege. Just like the 14th Street Gardens community is not just 14th Street, but the city of Chicago. The 14th Street's greenhouse is just not the 14th Street greenhouse. It's the city of Chicago's greenhouse for community gardeners. And they're going to be invited to actually come in and work in the greenhouse. Get your seeds, get your flats, bring your soil, come on in, plant them, and let them get up and get going. And this time of year, I can see 5, 6, 7, 8 gardens coming with their trays like they leaving Home Depot, going back to their gardens and actually planting. That means now the 14th Street Garden will be living in all of the gardens all over the city that, work in the greenhouse. That's big. That's big.
Chicago's mayor-elect weeded and planted flowers at 2 community gardens, including this one in West Garfield Park.
I did not envision it again to where it is now, greenhouse and political dignitaries planting in it. But that was my hope that that would be something that I could share with people.
Do you think he'll come back?
No. Yeah, his wife said she would love to. The son was like, Jess, Mom, please let us come back. If we're going to come back to a garden, this would be the one I would want to come back. I did hear that exchange between the mother and the son. But, being realistic and knowing the schedule that he has to wait and still be able to afford himself some of what I got. Good family, good friends. To get a little bit of that, he needs not to, try and act like we buddies, because we're not, I just appreciate the acknowledgement at the time that it was given. I'm good. The notoriety for the community is great. The potential of the bodies moving in and out of the garden area, to me, that's to keep that negative element at bay. That works for me. I'm not delusional to think because I call the police every day or call you out, why are you in my neighbor's yard, is going to eliminate it, because it's not. But the effort has to continue. It has to continue so that the message is clear. We know, we're paying attention, we see you, just like you see us.
Once we get the greenhouse up, that'll complete the garden, and all we can do now is just sit back and watch everything grow.
I think if we ever moved out this house, all of us, and moved to a whole neighborhood, I believe they'll still come back to take care of that garden because, it's part of the family.
I think the garden may even be a tantalizer for some people. Oh, that's that community where their garden is. That nice garden that everybody, oh, really? Oh yeah, I'll come over and look at that house. Isn't that garden around there somewhere? to me, that's how I see it, you know, and trust it will be. Because I'm here to stay. You know, that's for sure. I'm here to stay.